Hannah Capon. This is my mate Luna. I'm founder of Canine Arthritis Management, an online educational resource for owners of arthritic dogs. I've been asked to talk to you today about lifestyle changes that can have a really big impact on your dog's pain state and the progression of the arthritic disease. And the first topic I want to tackle is flooring. However, we need to deal with some myths first. There's a strong belief that dogs are 4x4 because they've got 4 legs. Yes, that is true, but they also have the ability to trip, stumble and fall as well. And if they have arthritis, they are likely to have painful joints and weaker limbs, so they're going to be less stable. Another myth is that claws offer traction. Yes, they do on the right terrain. And the terrains that we have in our houses don't offer grip. Another myth is that their pads offer traction, grip. Not actually true. They're hyperkeratinized surfaces that are there to be durable on different surfaces. So actually they can become quite slippery, especially well-used pads. So dogs aren't equipped to deal with slippery floors. So now let's just think about the actual disease, arthritis, and what's happening. So it starts within a joint, and at that point it's painful locally to that joint, and that will cause the dog to not want to use it so much. They will therefore shift their weight away from that limb with the painful joint, and you start having what's called disuse atrophy, where they basically don't use it as well. So if you don't use it, lose it. So they start losing muscle mass and strength and function and ability. They start shifting that weight into other parts of their body, through their back, into their forequarters, into their shoulders, into their neck. And those areas start getting tighter and tighter, a bit like my shoulders coming up to my head. And they have less ability to be flexible. So over time, they lose a coping strategy there too. So they may be weak in the limb that has the arthritis, and they might be restricted, painful in the other limbs that are having to carry that extra weight. Now, let's add a slippery floor. Just imagine what that's going to do. Dogs need to have grip so that once they place their foot, they know that it's going to be there when they shift their body weight onto it, and it's not going to slip away from them. The flooring that we commonly have in our houses doesn't offer traction. We choose these floorings so that they're easy clean, they're easy sweep clean, they're easy mop clean. And we can walk into these houses ourselves in our shoes because it's easy clean. So we quite often don't understand how slippery they are. I challenge you to put a pair of socks on and walk around your house and see what the different floorings are like in your own home. Now, why is it bad? Let's think about what happens. If you have a weak, painful limb, when that dog goes to shift their body weight onto that limb when they're walking across that surface, and that limb doesn't stay where it was meant to stay and it slips out, you're going to end up doing damage. Now that can be repetitive strain in lots of little slips, slip, 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 slip. Or it could be catastrophic where slip and fall. So what we have to really consider is how that flooring can actually really protect our dogs, our less able and likely painful dogs. So I challenge you to look at the flooring within your home and start thinking, is that safe for my dog? Yes, it's easy to clean. Yes, it's safe for me in my shoes, but would it be safe for me in a pair of socks? And I think that's a really good way to assess. Now, what can you do? There's lots of things you can do. You can put rugs down, you can put runners down, and there's some products on the market, little lightweight booties, a substance that you can put on their pads to give them a bit of grip, little toenail grips that can give them, again, a little bit of grip. There are products out there. I personally prefer rugs and runners. I think that they're a lot more suitable. Another thing that we need to deal with just before I go is that we're talking about dogs that have got arthritis. Now let's think about dogs that don't have arthritis. Let's think about the flooring with them. Now, this is something that is a little controversial, but if we have dogs with, up until now, healthy joints, but they're fragile, they may be young joints, and the dog is repetitively slipping on said surface as they run after the ball, which is not a good thing to do, and their legs slip out, or if they run for the postman, or if they're playing with the other dog, or if they're jumping up and down while they're waiting for dinner, and they slip, slip, slip. What impact could that actually have on those joints in the long term? What impact can that have on the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons? I think it's something that we really, really need to think about, because currently we have quite a big problem with arthritis throughout all ages of dogs, not just older dogs, but younger dogs too. So, the take home from this is look at your flooring and see if it's having an impact on your dog. Because these simple changes can have a massive, massive effect, not only on their comfort, their behaviour, their quality of life, but also, I wonder whether it can affect the progression of the disease. I'll catch you for the next one. See you later.